Hey everyone, it's me again, Laz, and I do have a few important announcements to make. So, as we all know, Soul is a charity avatar and his pre-orders are coming to a close. And with that being said, there has been a few questions regarding about wanting to edit him because, as we all know, with a charity avatar, it has tied in stories of myself, what I've struggled through, and because of the whole purpose of creating Soul is to raise awareness and also to raise funds to be donated towards a mental health institute in New Zealand, which is where I live. And I want to be able to give back into the community where I've always grew up my entire life to help younger kids who may not have the resources to support themselves or the support system to be there for them when they have problems or needed help. And with that being said, there has been some questions about if people are able to edit this version. As we all know, I always use Gonzo Licenser for the last 3 avatars that I've released ever since Sesshomaru. And while it has been able to give me a peace of mind of being able to protect my work, and actually be able to build more of a deeper connection when it comes to be able to recognize who has truly supported it and those who may have gotten it illegally or by other means. I want to put that on the side for now, but it would still mean that for the initial release of Soul, he will be protected for the first month and a half. And so by the end of October is actually when I'll release a unprotected DLC, so an unprotected version of Soul in the download section on both Gumroad and Payhip. The reason why is because I know that when you have Soul, and because of maybe your own personal stories and a few things that you want to talk about yourself, to express yourself on my OC, a character who is a symbolism of hope when it comes to staying strong against your own problems, issues, things that you may face, that you want to represent that onto Soul. And I completely understand that. I 100% understand that. And so by the end of October, he will be released as an unprotected version. If he were to be put on VRM or any other location whatsoever, at that point, I simply don't care as much anymore. Because at least at the very beginning, it will be in the right hands of people. And I think that is the most important thing. People who wanted their own stories to be shared, who wanted to feel comfort and closure of a story that has been written. And if it resonates with you with how Soul has been presented, with how he's been written, the entire process of creating him ever since the beginning of August, then I can't take that away from you at the end of the day. I would like you to enjoy him as to the fullest that you can, and therefore allowing you to edit. So it will mean that inside the unprotected file, you will have access to the FBX. You'll be able to add your own clothes, to be able to add your own accessories, texture him more easier for yourself, instead of having to do only light edits on the materials inside Unity. And it also means that for people who are face tracker users, and they like to make things a little bit more customized for them, because granted, face tracking takes 161 per amp space, and maybe a little bit more depending on which version you use, or less, that you can also customize it to your own liking after the end of October. And so for those, understandably, would like to hold off their purchase on Soul up until October, that's completely fine. And for those who have pre-ordered and would like to make the decision, the code does not expire. You came into pre-order and you wanted to have your story told on a character, and that character is Soul. So if you like to do whatever you want with your code, feel free to do whatever you want with your code. And another final note is this avatar right here, my personal, unfortunately is not for sale. Oh, there goes my hip. Is not for sale. She's actually a tied character into the lore of Soul and Frey, which I will probably write a document for you guys to enjoy and read how everything ties together. So yeah, hopefully I've rambled enough. Oh yes, and by September 18th on my time zone, I will be away for 3 days, so that means that I will not be able to have access to my PC. For those who would like to use the auto uploader during that period, unfortunately you'll have to wait until then because those codes are manually generated, so I can know who has come to claim that code. With that being said, upon release, which is also my birthday, I will spend as much time as I can to support anybody who needs help with uploading. To those who want to use the Lemon uploader, please do come to me. And yeah, so all donations, when it comes to the percentage of all sales, will be 12% and above, and it depends on the amount of sales. The more sales I get, the more I will donate towards charity. And this will end by the end of September, and probably to be extended until middle October, and we'll see how far we can go. And all announcements when it comes to donations will be posted in the server, just so you know where the money is going and who is going to be helping. And I want to keep full transparency with this as well. So that's all. I believe that's all. Well, as again, I don't know how to really end this, but I'll see you around. And any more updates, I'll do another recording and talk like this. For anyone who's asking for the world, this world is called Bistro, Bistro. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, but you need a pretty decent PC. This is a 500 megabyte download. It's beautiful, but at a cost. That's all I can say. It's beautiful, but at a cost. So, yeah. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.